How long would it take you to come up with an idea that could save the planet? Well, for these hackers, they only had 48 hours to brainstorm real workable solutions to the world's water crisis. The brief was simple: create a prototype that's fundable and feasible to provide fresh water to poverty-stricken communities, improve social innovation, and teach both young and old how to make this all work, just in case we all run out of one of our most basic needs.
In 10 years, the demand for water will outstrip our supply of water. So if we all knew that in 10 years you're not going to have water to drink, you're not going to have water to brush your teeth, you're not going to have water to even shower, that's a really, really alarming fact. And the fact that we should really be shouting this from the rooftops. I mean, I want people to be protesting in the streets about the fact that actually, you know, electricity is one thing, but if you don't have water, which is the basic need of anyone to live, the basic elements of life, that's a massive problem. So I think this is critical to have more think tanks, more do tanks that are actually going to be constructively solving that issue. So we have people from the Innovation Hub, so startups. We also have some students. We have industry and corporate. So for example, we've got Ericsson, Intel, Microsoft. We also have storytellers, so people who are not really technical, but who have more experience in engaging with public in a language that they can understand. So we have teachers, for example, so people who are used to developing educational programs. We also have some classic marketers here, so people from an advertising background. And what that does is it really creates a very unique team dynamic, because you're able to rapidly get to the issue at hand and actually come up with a solution in a very short space of time. So it's been hugely beneficial in terms of numbers. We've had about 12 teams now, which is a really good turnout for a hackathon, because these are high pressure situations and not many people work well under pressure. So it's been hugely successful, and we're about to see the presentation. So I think it's usually a bit of a tense time at this point, just before everyone's about to present. So adrenaline is running, and we're really hoping that there are going to be I've already vetted some of the ideas and sat with the teams to coach them with a bit of presentation skills. And it's looking really good. It's one of the best hacks that I've seen.
So hackathons like these are essentially think tanks that turn ideas into action. For this event, hosted by the Department of Water and Sanitation in collaboration with Open Government, it was all about getting great minds into one space in a quest to create solutions that will work and work well.
Our overall goal is to educate and create awareness, as well as continued participation on a national level around vital importance of water, its usage, as well as other critical natural resources management issues, which sort of wraps it up in a nutshell. The key focus areas for us were to look at educate, provide the insights and knowledge to all South Africans so they can understand the critical balance and what they can do as an individual and together to save this precious life-giving resource. Empower South Africans to enable to make a positive change with the right tools and knowledge to make an impact. Engage, create a perpetual need for continued participation and effectiveness for this movement and thinking. Finally, responsibility. Develop a country of change makers, instill pride, empathy, and responsibility as an individual and together as a nation. Our data and insights achieve our strategic national goal 2035 and finding a common variable that will apply to everyone and therefore be relevant to all of us. This is defined by the locality of the data provided by the public and businesses, data reflected and created by the DWS. Our solution? Okay. Take it off. Right. Our solution is called Waves. Basically, it's a mobile app that anyone can download for free. It's obviously a national app. This is the loading speed with the raindrops to provide the water and basically the location. Join the waves of change. Water is our most precious resource. Waves have been created as a national awareness enabling tool to decrease water usage and help resolve natural resource management issues. See how you can make a change. So basically, this allows users to register and play their part anywhere in the country.
It's a game of like, whose water is it anyway? I challenge you guys now. How many of you drove past a water leakage somewhere or in your house and actually bothered to report it? So we all think that it's the next guy's problem, right? In your house, do you know how much water you use? Do you actually care about it? When you brush your teeth this morning, do you know how much water you used? No, you don't. So we come here, we preach, we do everything. We go back to our houses, we do the normal things. We've always been doing it. We've been having campaigns for the past so many years. We've been having all these things, but we don't care. So where do we come in? We're challenging you to be responsible for the water that you use, right? We're not just doing that. We are bringing you a system that will help you do this. So how are we going to do this? Thanks to the Intel guys, first we were thinking, no, our idea is going to be expensive, it's not feasible. But then they just said they have a device that will make this very easy. So thanks guys. They have a system that will help us collect the data that we want and visualize it for you.
That each and every documented citizen of South Africa could bath 114 times with the amount of water that we lose. And this is just from leakages. And to put it in monetary terms, I saw the other group also presenting this number. Almost 8 billion rands that we lose through illegal redirection of water flow as well as water leakages. So our suggestion is this, that we need to see the effects that such has on the whole society. And we cannot forget again what happened in Tutlung last year, where service delivery protests ended up with people dying simply because people could not get access to a simple and vital need, water. So our solution, if I could vouch for a moment and say that we have a solution to the problem of municipalities being able to detect where in the infrastructure water leakages are.
And we're going to be looking at finding the gaps that happen at water collection and using big data, this is a word people often use, and seeing how it really can revolutionize from a purely data-driven perspective the way that we see our water being monitored. So what we need in the current context is municipalities need to find a way that they can reduce water wastage, and they often do this through pilot projects or campaigns. We've seen a lot of that today, and we've seen some incredible ones. But sometimes these lack efficacy. They lack the ability to target certain, or to get the message across really at a ground roots level. And communities and municipalities need to do this in a cost-efficient manner as well. So when we look at the broader picture, where are the gaps? What is happening? What limits the power of these campaigns? Well, the first thing we have to realize that according to the Water Research Commission, municipalities are in a state of crisis management. 61% or more of all their records aren't properly in a good condition, and so they have no idea really at the ground level what is going on. We've seen some examples of apps that perhaps can help elicit, get input from users, but it's hard motivating people. We're human beings. Sometimes we don't like putting something in an app every single day, so it's hard from that perspective. Isn't there a way that we can get information from people without them even volunteering it over with effort, but it can just be collected? So in order to see the opportunities, we need to consider two things. Intel is going to give a good presentation on smart meters after this, and combining this with big data, we have good possibilities. Now, smart meters, as will be presented, they're ingenious devices that are able to wirelessly or remotely connect and pump a lot of data in real time to databases, to the interested parties. When you combine this with other forms of data, such as censuses that have been done on municipalities, open, available data, we can get powerful insights. And so what we propose as the data science team is the creation of a tool for municipalities for the oversight and monitoring of water usage at a granular level. Being able to see females of a certain demographic, how much water do they use and when? That will help us have impactful campaigns that can be targeted at certain individuals, and it's in a cost-effective manner. Furthermore, people who are targeted, not just general perceptions, allow for more efficacy in what we do. Furthermore, there's rapid feedback. And as we'll show in a quick demo as well, this data, because it's extracted from individuals and don't have to provide it, we can do other cool things with it, like leak detection without using meters even.
But even amongst the most creative minds, where all ideas are valid, there had to be a winner.
The winner of the hackathon 2016, sponsored by the Department of Water and Sanitation, is none other than Prospero Waves.
We just want people to start being active, get into understanding what they need to do to save water. In the long and short is we're moving into a technology age, and people need to start using that technology to start implementing stuff like water saving and that kind of stuff. So we want to make sure that we're ahead of the curve all the way. Innovation is always a challenge, but I think South Africa is always ahead of everyone else in terms of getting into the new innovative stuff, etc. Our hope would obviously be that we do make a big change. In the end, the only thing we can do is put the technology and stuff out there, and it's up to each and everyone to start using that technology.
Now the exciting challenge ahead is to get the prototype invested in and then implemented.